Hello everyone, this is Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. It is a warm, balmy 25 degrees Celsius. Feels like 30 with the humidity factor. So I'm at the ferry terminal in Dartmouth, and this is Ferry Terminal Park. I'm going to take a little walk through here, then we'll go over to the water and we'll go over the harbor and see what's going on. Look at the city. But first, let's take a little cruise through the park, shall we? Lately, we've been getting an awful lot of nice, beautiful days like this. This is amazing, amazing weather. Love it. Another beautiful day in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I see the stage is not open yet today. It might not be till the weekend, probably. They have been having live bands on that stage. On the weekends, I guess not through the week, maybe. And they got the security guard here to make sure nobody bothers anything on that stage. This is a little play area they got built in the park for kids, and this material that's on the ground here is a soft sponge, so if they fall they won't get hurt. And walking on it feels really strange to walk on it. Let's go over here first and start with this area right here. And then we'll journey around the park a little more. Oh, this is beautiful over here. Look at this. Nice shady spot to have a look at the harbor from. There's a ban on swimming in the harbor. Bacteria levels or something like that in the water. Or not, maybe it was a spill, I'm not sure. Something anyway, you're not allowed to swim in the harbor right now. The water looks so beautiful. Says the blue sky, it just makes the water look great, really blue. Want to see what's in here? Okay. We will go in here and show you what's in here. Basically, let your vision be world embracing. Let your vision be world embracing. And you got kind of a set of steps here. There's displays in here. Okay, let's see what it is. Thanks for the opportunity to represent my country in a monument of peace. Well desired. This rock is, I can't pronounce it, alunite, I guess, something like that. The principal raw material for aluminum production. And it comes from Pakistan. And then you have another stone here that came from France. Slab stone came from France. And then you'll have some stones here that came from Italy, Switzerland, Belgium, Germany, Croatia, Austria. And over here you have stones from Malta and Finland, just showing you different stones from different countries. There's more of them, but I won't bother with the whole thing right now. Let's give you the idea anyway. So let's go out of here. There's not much left to see in here. Let's go up the steps, see what it looks like from up here. More wind than there is down here. Quite the wind blowing around here, but it's beautiful nevertheless. It's still warm in spite of the wind. I got my mic covered up, hopefully blocking out the wind. There's a little windscreen over it. And I got my hand over it too, so maybe that'll help. It's very windy here. I'm going to try, because I might be blocking out my voice with it. But it's very windy, as you can see. So I got to find a way to get out of the wind. Some time here, but due to the wind, I'm going to find another spot to walk around it, or you won't be able to hear anything. I saw 4 Navy ships over there in the harbor. I could show you again. Maybe you'll be able to see 4. There's one way over there, and there's one there, and there's one there, in line with that building, and there's another one in there, straight in. That makes it 4 ships over there. Actually, I think there might be 5 ships over there. Yeah, I think so. I see another one down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the one in there at an angle is 5. 5 Navy ships in the harbor today. Okay, I'm out of the wind for the moment. The wind is at my back, so I can't spend too long down here because there's too much wind today. But I did my best. We'll see what else we can look at where there's not too much wind blowing. We'll try our best, okay? Again, a little bit more wind blowing right there. It still is a gorgeous day in spite of the wind. It's a little hard for recording, but other than that, it don't bother me. The wind don't bother me. It's not cold. It's not so hard. It's rarely a bother. It's just that it blows in my microphone and Makes a lot of noise. That's the downside of it. They're doing a lot of work on this ferry terminal here. I think they're getting it ready for the new boat that's going to be put in here. They say they're adding a third ferry boat to this and building one new terminal, which is going to be up in Bedford. So if you want to go to Bedford, you won't have to go, like it's a long way to get there, maybe by bus, but you can just get on the ferry and go up to Bedford, come right out there by the Wolf Park, and it might be handy to your destination. If not, you can catch a bus there. Anyway, that's the idea, and you can also take a ferry. When it's built, it's not all in place yet. You'll be able to take a ferry from the Wolf Park in Bedford right downtown Halifax, which is not something that's easy to do now. You can't take a ferry from there. You can take a bus, but it takes a while. And everybody knows the traffic in the morning and at night going to and from Bedford is not the greatest. All right. I think I'll take a walk up Portland today. At least part way, maybe not all the way. Part way. It ought to be busy because it's so nice out today. Whoop, I can't cross now, I got a red light. So we'll just stand here and enjoy this beautiful day while I'm standing here. Bus 5 goes by my place where I live. Oh, it's windy out here. I'm gonna do my best, okay? Well, the wind's still blowing, but it shouldn't pick up as much wind noise as it was. Might be okay. There's a free cabinet. Anybody wants a filing cabinet, it's free. Looks like a very old Corvette, but I don't know if it is or not. Might be something else, an exotic car of some kind. Like again, I'm getting a lot of wind. Oh, look at that. I think that's a dragonfly, is that what they call that? Must have got a pretty good shot of it there with my phone. Well, we'll get across the street before we hold traffic up too much. Pawn shop here where you can buy various instruments and things. That's not a bad deal right there. That guitar's got some P90 pickups on it. Pretty good, probably a half decent guitar. No, not a bit of wind right here. This is good. No wind at all. There's something called Strange Adventures. They got a mural on the outside of the wall. I guess it's a bookstore, I think. I can get from that. Comics. Strange Adventures comic store, comic book store. Well, this was a good idea coming up here because I'm out of the wind now. I see that bushes are blowing, but from where I am, walking along here, there's no wind. So that was a good move because it was really too windy down there to talk because I know what that sounds like. It doesn't sound very good when the wind's blowing in your microphone. So this is good here. Hopefully I can do this video without a whole lot of wind. Don't you think Portland is a beautiful street? It's well kept, there's no paper and garbage on the street, and everything's painted up nice. It's beautiful. One of the nicest looking main streets you'll find. This is not called Main Street, it's called Portland, but it is the main street in downtown Dartmouth. So we'll call it the Main Street, and it's well decorated. Shoe repair shop, there's something you don't see very much of now. Everybody just throws them out and gets a new pair. So a lot of cars go up the street because that's a main street too. That'll take you up to the 111. Go up Victoria Street. You have to make a couple of turns there, but you can get up to the Highway 111 that way. That's why most of these cars go up that road. You can also get to 111 by going straight down Portland. So keep on going and you'll come to it. But if you're walking, it'd be about 45 minutes or an hour from here. But if you're driving, it's not far. Out that way, it'd be closer. Right from here to where I live, takes about a half an hour. If I walk. If I walk at a normal speed, it'd take about a half an hour. The speed I'm walking right now, it'd take me more than that. Because I don't want to walk too fast while I'm doing a video. Just for you, Roger, on that corner. A lot of people get to that corner over there and they don't know they're supposed to go. They're supposed to stop because the signs are a little confusing. It says no right turns on a red, but sometimes there's a green arrow while the light's red. And they're focused on that red light and they don't realize they can go. It happens a lot. I guess very common thing here. One new building going up here in Dartmouth. Used to be just about like that one right there, was right beside it. And there were a couple of buildings. They tore them down and built that. And I heard they're going to tear the drugstore down after and build another building right here. So I heard, but hard to say. There's bus 5 going the other way. Stopping for a second because there's a shady spot right here and I can just get a little bit cooled down for a minute, then I'm going to continue on. It is quite hot out today. 25 before, 25 before the humidity factor. Well, it's quite warm here today. Even with the wind, if we didn't have that breeze, it would be really hot. little bit more shade, but I'm not going to stop now. I'm going to keep going. Straight up Portland till I get home. My video time is about a half an hour right now. I'll probably go another 15 minutes, which should put me up close to my street. Put me up in my area anyway, my neighborhood. And we're intersecting with Pleasant Street. Pleasant Street, if you go down that way, it'll take you to Woodside. There's a ferry terminal there. And it'll take you down to the air base and stuff like that. And the Eastern Shore, they call it. All right. And that way just ends just down the street here. And joins up with another street. This is nice here. But I said before about Halifax, there's a lot of trees hanging out over the street. And even on a hot day, you can find relief because the sidewalk got a lot of shade. Now there are some sections where there's not too much, but you get a lot because there's just so many trees here. Even over in Halifax side, there's more, but they're still pretty good here. Nope, it don't get much more beautiful than this. This is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful down here. if you live in a city and you're watching this video that don't have many trees, and all you got is buildings, you're going to be wishing you lived in Halifax. Our weather here is like this. It's more close to average all year than it is peaks that are really bad. Like, we hardly ever get minus 20 or minus 30 or worse in the winter. We never get that. Last winter, I think the most we ever saw was about minus 10 or 12, and that wasn't real often. Yeah, and in the summer, some days are hot, but it's still not like out west in Quebec, even Montreal or Toronto. They're a lot hotter than we are. And they're colder in the winter. Winter, you can see minus 30, minus 25, minus 30, quite easily in January. Pretty much the whole month of January is cold like that in Toronto, Montreal. While down here in Atlantic Canada, in Halifax especially, because we're the way where we're located, and the kind of currents we get here, a lot of warm air comes up from the south, comes up the coast, mixing with cold air, which gives us kind of cold, but not too bad. Once in a while it gets quite cold, but most of the time it's bearable. And we don't get usually, so there's exceptions, we usually don't get as much snow in Halifax as you get in, say, New Brunswick, or up the Annapolis Valley, or Cape Breton, or a lot of places like that. Halifax has got its own weather here, and we're a little more calm in the winter, but it's still winter. There's still snow. It's cold. But I would say an average of about minus 10 probably, maybe less sometimes. There's days in January it's minus 2, minus 3, 4, like that. Then it might dip down to minus 10 for 2 or 3 days, and they'll come back up. That's about what it's like in Halifax. Portland is a long street. This goes all the way up to Cole Harbour. Then I guess, remember I did that video a couple days ago in Cole Harbour? And what's Portland here is Cole Harbour Road up there. It changes when you get into Cole Harbour. It's no longer Portland Street, it's Cole Harbour Road, which I just discovered. I didn't know that. I discovered while making the video in Cole Harbour that it is the same street that's Portland, but changes its name up there. I'm glad I didn't wear a jacket or a shirt today. That would have been a lot. I'm in my t-shirt here. You want to see my cool t-shirt? It's a Marvel comic of Batman. Hope you enjoyed that little shot of Batman. I am a huge fan of Batman. I got a lot of his movies, Batman movies. Not the cartoon, but the Batman movies. There might be one or two. One maybe up there I don't have, but I got most of them. Batman and Bond. They're my two favorites of anything that's past or present. More past, I guess. James Bond and Batman. So let me know if you make any comments. Let me know if you like James Bond or Batman. If you collect the movies or memorabilia about Batman. I got a Batman wallet too. Now let me know if you make some comments, or if you haven't made any comments, you can make one. Tell me if you're a Batman fan. I like Batman and Bond, but I think I like Batman just a teeny weeny bit better. Well, I will certainly be glad to get home. Because this is warm out here today. That tire shop right there has been busy almost since it opened up. Great business they got going right there. That garage sat there empty for a long time. But then these guys opened it up with the tire shop. Couldn't have got a better idea, because that's great. They're really busy. I bought one set there. Then I bought tires up here. The garage end of our road. And I bought my last tires at Canadian Tire. And I won't buy another set. Not that I don't like the tires. I tried to phone them for a week to make an appointment to come in to get my tires rotated. Nobody would answer that phone. So they put a message on there. This is a busy time of year, so you might have a delay. If we don't answer the phone in 5 minutes, you'll be disconnected. I did it over and over. They got disconnected every time. And I don't believe this is the busy time of year. I think the busy time of the year is the spring, when people are taking off the snow tires, and when it's just coming winter and people are putting them on. We're in the middle of summer. I don't think this is the busy time of the year. I think they were short-staffed. They don't want to pay anybody. And that was the real reason. So I'm not going to buy any more tires from there. So if you're a shopper at Canadian Tire out in I think what they call that. Some of these things, some of these names, I can't pull them out quick because not being from here. Anyways, can't think of it right at the moment. So, anyways, Canadian Tire. You're good company, you like a nice stores, but you should answer your phone because you lose customers. So I made an appointment yesterday at Coast Tire. And they're going to take me in Monday to rotate my tires. Simple as that. Took 1 minute to make my appointment. Coast Tire is a great company. I can't say enough about them. We go to the one on Yonge and Roby. Right in that corner, you see a lot of my videos end at Yonge and Roby. If I go there to get my tires rotated, I can go into Tim Hortons and have a coffee, and they'll call me when the car's in. I just walk right back over there and you get it. It's so handy. So why would I want to bother with Canadian Tire when they won't even answer the phone? Right? That's my thoughts. Well, I'm at the little park before I head home. And I think I'm gonna sign off this video somewhere over here. How about I go in the shade, take a little break on this chair, and I'll sign off there. That sounds like a really great idea. All right, here we are. Oh, that feels so good. There we go. Sitting right down in this nice shaded bench. See where I am? I'll turn it around. All right, I'm sitting on a bench, signing off. I live up that way, but I'm not gonna film it all the way up there. I'm just gonna stop here. So, if you like this video, you can push that thumbs up, like sign there. That'd be wonderful. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I would just love it if you would join my group of subscribers. And I'm keeping plugging away, trying to hit my 1,000 mark as soon as I can. But we're about 800 right now. We're just a couple of subscribers below 800. And we'll see how the next 200 goes. Anyways, I'm grateful for this subscriber. I'd like to say thanks to all the subscribers who watch my videos regularly and they subscribe to them. That's really wonderful of them. I love it. And so thank you so much, the ones who are subscribers. And thanks to all the people who send comments. I try to answer them all. I know there's times that I miss some because circumstances kept me busy for a couple of days, and then maybe I forgot to go back and check. And I did forget some of them, but I try my best to answer everybody. And I think recently I haven't missed any. I've answered them all pretty much recently. So if you are a subscriber, thanks again. And if you're not, please subscribe. You don't know what you're missing. You're missing all the fun here. I start to know you by your first name and so much better like that. And you can call me by my name, and that's really great. I got to meet some of my subscribers, some people who I talk to on comments regular. I met Mike. Haven't met Roger, but I'd like to meet him. He's out in Vancouver. I met Timothy. He's from Nanaimo. And I met a couple of people. I don't know their names. They just run up to me and ask me, "Are you Halifax Walker?" I said, "Yes." "Oh, great." So that happened to me a couple of times over in the city. And that's always nice. But anyways, send me some comments. If you're sitting there absolutely bored to death, you got nothing to do, send me a comment and I'll answer you back, and that will be just wonderful, okay? So with that, you have a wonderful day. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.